Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with most, as always, Francois878, and today we're going to be bringing you an episode on the new ability augment mod for Nyx. This augment mod was released in update 16.6 on May 27th, 2015. This ability mod is for her third ability, Chaos, and the name of the mod is Chaos Sphere. It's a very interesting mod. It basically fixes the one big issue I have with Chaos as an ability. I don't usually main Chaos when I build my Nyx. I usually main Absorb and secondarily kind of rely on Chaos if I'm in a pinch, but I really like Chaos. The big problem with Chaos is that there are other frames that can do the same thing as Chaos, and they can do it better. Namely Loki, if he's using Radial Disarm with the Radiating Disarm ability augment mod. Now, for those of you who don't know, Nyx's Chaos ability, basically what it does is she stands in place, she casts it, and in the total range of the ability, every enemy will be affected by a condition that is very similar to radiation, where all the enemies are confused and they'll just start fighting whatever's closest to them, whether that be a fellow enemy or you. And it can give you a lot of breathing room if you're in a pinch or you need to revive somebody. It can really help you out. It is a very handy ability to have. However, like I said, there are other abilities that there are other frames that can do that better. So it's not, in my case, it's not what I main on Nyx. I main Absorb. But this particular, the worst part of this mod, of this ability, is that you have to wait until the duration of the ability is over before you can recast it, even though you've killed everyone affected by it. Now, the base duration of this ability is 25 seconds, so let's say you use it, and you manage to kill every enemy affected by Chaos in the first 10 or 15 seconds. You still have to wait for the remainder of the duration of that ability to go before you can recast it, which means, you know, newly spawned enemies, or, you know, enemies that just weren't in the particular range of your ability at the time are not affected. Chaos Sphere, this new ability augment mod, looks to fix that, basically. And what it does is basically when Nyx casts the ability, it creates a bubble or a sphere around her that if an enemy will walk into that bubble, it will be affected by the Chaos proc, which is extremely helpful, which means you will proc Chaos on people after the initial cast, which is extremely helpful. Now, the two problems with this ability are the ability augment mod is that the enemies that walk into the sphere will only suffer from the proc for 50% of the remaining duration of Chaos, and that's it. And so that's not ideal, but it's still really helpful because any Chaos is good Chaos. The second kind of rough thing about this particular mod is that the sphere, as you can see right in the distance there, that blue shimmer in the air, and you can see it move closer to me, that's the problem, is that over time the sphere will shrink down. And the sphere only lasts for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. I haven't actually, like, specifically timed it to see how long it lasts, but I would say close to about 10 seconds. So it's not like it's not like increasing duration will increase the length of time that the sphere is there. So it fixes a problem, but it's not quite as good of a fix as I want. You know, it's not gonna make Chaos the new ability to use on Nyx. It's helpful, and it's definitely good if you main Chaos on Nyx, but if you main Absorb on Nyx like I do, and only use her other abilities as kind of a secondary thing, it is less helpful. And I'm not sure if it's completely worth taking another mod off to include it on your build. So it is a very helpful ability augment mod. I think it's definitely tries to fix a lot of the problems with Chaos, or the big problem with Chaos. But I like it. It's a good mod. It's a good fix. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please stay tuned for more Warframe content coming soon. Has been I, your host of the most, as always, Francois878, signing out.